Thanks, Christy. Welcome back to Cotton and Coffee. I'm Elizabeth King, the Cotton Board's Vice President of Importer Relations. Today, we're focusing on the important and evolving role of importers in the Cotton Research and Promotion Program, and I'm thrilled to be joined by Akiko Inui, Chairman of the Cotton Board, to explore the challenges, opportunities, and innovations shaping our industry. Let's start with some context. To fund the Cotton Research and Promotion Program, the Cotton Board collects a per bale assessment on all upland cotton harvested and ginned in the United States, as well as an importer assessment on all the upland cotton content of all cotton products imported into the United States. When people think about funding for the program, they often think first of producers, but what many don't realize is that importers now contribute more. For the 2023 crop year, 56% of total collections come from importers, compared to 44% for producers. That's a trend that's continued to grow over the last 5 years. Importers are not just participants, they're critical stakeholders helping fund the research, marketing, and innovation that keeps U.S. cotton competitive around the globe. And here's what's exciting for producers. You have real partners in this program. The brands and retailers who use your cotton are financially investing in its future as well. When it comes to governance, the Cotton Board is more than just a governing body. It's a strategic alliance that brings together the full supply chain. We're proud to have 46 cotton producers from every major growing region and 30 importer representatives from some of the biggest names in retail, brands, and manufacturing. Companies like Macy's, Walmart, Carhartt, Target, and Levi's. This diverse group works together to identify the strategic challenges and fund solutions through Cotton Incorporated. This balance from field to fashion is what makes the Cotton Board so unique. Now I'm excited to welcome today's guest, Akiko Inui, Chairman of the Cotton Board, to share more about her role and insights from the importer perspective. Akiko, you've had such a unique career path blending fashion, sustainability, and now leadership within the cotton industry. Can you start by telling us a bit about your background and what led to your current role as chairman of the Cotton Board?
Yes, absolutely. And thanks for having me here today. I've been in this industry for over 3 decades and have spent much of my career working at the intersection of fashion and sustainability with positions at global brands like Calvin Klein, Tommy Hilfiger, and Ralph Lauren. Those roles have given me a front row seat to both the opportunities and challenges we face as an industry, especially when it comes to building sustainable and circular supply chains. That perspective led me to deepen my involvement with the Cotton Board and the broader cotton industry.
From your perspective, why is it important for importers to serve on the Cotton Board?
Serving on the Cotton Board is a really unique opportunity for importers to directly influence the Cotton Research and Promotion Program to ensure it stays aligned with the real challenges and priorities facing our industry. As you mentioned earlier, importers are not just observers, we're cotton's customers and key stakeholders in the supply chain. And by actively staying engaged, we bring insights into emerging research, evolving technologies, and global market dynamics. That knowledge helps guide investments that ultimately strengthen the entire cotton industry from farm to fashion.
We all know things are really hard out there right now for cotton farmers between high input costs, price pressure, regulatory challenges, and ongoing global market uncertainty. The environment has become more complex and less forgiving. I know importers are facing similar headwinds. Can we talk about importer priorities and some of the top challenges you're seeing across the textile and apparel space?
Sure. I think we're at a pivotal moment just now. The textile retail industry is a multi-trillion-dollar global market. The industry is constantly evolving, but our customers demand transparency, environmental responsibility, and ethical practices at every stage of production. And as an industry, we're recognizing that our footprint on the planet, particularly when it comes to raw materials like cotton, is a story that needs to be shared. That's where the Cotton Research and Promotion Program comes in, supporting the research and tools needed to adapt. Today, some of the top priorities are regulations, sustainability, circularity, and traceability.
Regulations are clearly a big factor. How are they affecting the cotton supply chain?
Well, we're seeing more regulation around fiber content, environmental impact, and origin disclosures. This means importers are now expected to trace cotton sources, avoid high risk materials, and to ensure compliance throughout the entire process.
As you mentioned, sustainability has become a major focus across the entire textile industry, but it's critically important for importers and retailers navigating shifting consumer expectations and regulatory demands. From your vantage point, why is sustainability such an important issue for importers, and how is cotton helping meet that challenge?
Well, sustainability is no longer a nice to have, it's a business necessity. Consumers want to know that the products they buy align with their values, and they're holding brands and retailers accountable for everything from carbon footprints to supply chain ethics. At the same time, brands are under increasing pressure to meet their ESG goals, respond to regulatory demands, and to publicly report on their progress.
Let's dig into circularity. How does cotton fit into that model?
The concept of circularity or circular economy is gaining momentum across various sectors, including cotton production and the fashion and textile industry. In this approach, products and materials are kept in circulation through processes like reuse, recycling, and composting. The goal is to extend the life of products as long as possible and to eliminate waste as much as possible. As a plant-based natural fiber, cotton is considered a circular material because of its reusability, recyclability, and biodegradability. And as we all know, every part of the cotton plant, including lint, seeds, and byproducts, can be utilized. The durability of cotton enhances both the longevity and value of its products. A great example of circularity is Cotton Incorporated's Blue Jeans Go Green denim recycling program. This program extends the life cycle of cotton fabrics by transforming discarded denim into new products, such as building insulation, pet bed inserts, and eco-friendly packaging materials. To date, more than 500 brands and retailers have been involved in this program. And because of its success, a similar recycling program was started in the UK with CCI, which is called Cotton Lives On. A portion of the recycled cotton from this program is turned into mattresses for the homeless. Other research is being done on composting, and there was a cotton and coffee session earlier this year that explores turning cotton into glucose, which I think is really interesting. By developing new end-of-life solutions for cotton, cotton can be positioned as a good fiber choice for brands and retailers committed to achieving their circularity goals.
Traceability is a hot topic. What's happening in that space?
Well, consumers and regulators both want to know where their clothes come from, who's making them, how they're made, and what environmental impacts are tied to those processes. When it comes to cotton, traceability is the ability to track cotton from the farm all the way to the end product. Cotton traceability is becoming increasingly important for both the textile industry and consumers. The U.S. leads the way in cotton traceability with a comprehensive tracking and identification system starting at the cotton gin and the permanent bale ID tags. But once the cotton is sold and blended in a laydown at the spinning mill where it becomes yarn, the ability to track where the cotton came from becomes very challenging.
We've talked a lot about sustainability and regulation, but let's talk about another major challenge facing importers today, the current tariff situation. How is this impacting the industry, and what kind of pressure does that create for brands and retailers using cotton?
Yeah, tariffs have been around for a very long time, actually, since 1789, and they're a fact of life for importers, but the current uncertainty makes it really hard to plan for. For many companies, tariffs can influence not just the pricing, but also sourcing decisions, production timelines, and even product mix. The current unpredictability makes long-term planning more difficult and forces brands to constantly reevaluate their supply chains and their products.
Let's shift gears a little bit. You've had the opportunity to work closely with both the importer and producer segments during your time on the cotton board. What have you learned from your interactions with the grower members?
Well, working with our grower members has been one of the most rewarding parts of serving on the cotton board. I've gained a deep appreciation for their expertise and resilience. I've learned that cotton producers face incredibly complex and unpredictable challenges every single day, whether that be weather, water, temperature, or soil health. It's a balancing act, and they approach it with such commitment and precision. Their ability to adapt and solve problems year after year, excuse me, despite all the uncertainties, is truly inspiring. It's given me a much greater understanding of the depth of understanding and care that goes into every single bale of U.S. cotton that's produced.
That's beautifully said. So let's take it a step further. What is it that makes you passionate about the cotton industry?
Well, cotton has truly shaped my career. It's the raw material that's been at the center of everything I've done, from sourcing and sustainability strategy to product innovation and traceability. I'm passionate about cotton because it's a fiber with a real purpose. It's renewable, versatile, and constantly evolving to meet the needs of both the planet and the people who depend on it. But what really makes me passionate is the opportunity to work with such a diverse and committed community, from farmers to scientists to brands and retailers. Together, we're driving innovation, pushing for more transparency, and ensuring that cotton remains a trusted and sustainable choice for the future.
Thank you, Akiko, for your leadership, your insight, and your commitment to the future of cotton. As you've heard today, importers are not just contributors, they're partners, innovators, and champions of cotton's future. From funding and strategy to traceability and sustainability, their role is more important than ever. Thanks to all of you for tuning in to this episode of Cotton and Coffee. I'll turn the program back over to Christy to wrap us up.